Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the 1977 Red Sox season replay using Strat-o-Matic 24 baseball on the PC, of course. The Red Sox come in with a record of 1-2 in the replay. They were 0-3 in the actual season, so we're doing one game better. They would lose this game by a score of 7-3, so hopefully we can get a victory here. This is the second of two games against the White Sox. Just a short two-game series. I believe there was probably a rainout. This is a Wednesday game, and I believe the Thursday game might have gotten rained out. Anyway, I think two rainouts in their first two series, I believe, from what it looks like on the schedule, because the next game isn't until, I don't think it's until Friday. Friday or Saturday. Let me check here. Let me just double check. Actually, the next game isn't until Saturday, so there was a rainout there somewhere, possibly two rainouts, who knows. So, kind of a weird schedule to start the season. But anyway, let's take a look at the lineups here. For the visiting Red Sox, Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will hit first. Denny Doyle is back after a day off yesterday. Doug Griffin getting the start. The second baseman hits second. Jim Rice is the DH today, batting third. He'll get a day off from the field. Kyle Yastrzemski is the left fielder, batting cleanup. George the Boomer Scott will play first and bat fifth. Bernie Carbo is the right fielder, hitting sixth. Carlton Fisk is back after a day off yesterday, hitting seventh. Dwight Evans, the center fielder, hitting eighth. And Butch Hobson is back to the 9-hole, batting ninth and playing third. So we'll go through the home lineup after the national anthem here. All right. Well, it's a bad weather day here at Comiskey Park, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of the field there, which mimics the weather in the actual game. Only attendance of only 5,344 fans to see this game here at Comiskey Park. So that's going to inhibit the home runs possibility. As you can see, the home runs are 0 and 0 on the ballpark card there. So any ballpark calls there will definitely will stay in the park. Singles still 1-6 for left and right. Doubles 98 and triples 97, so a little bit below average on the extra base hits there. So not a good day here. It's going to be Johnson on the hill for the White Sox. Bart Johnson. He was 4-5 with a 4.01 ERA in 4 starts. Had 2 saves, so he did spend some time in the pen. 92 innings pitched, 114 innings pitched, 38 walks, 46 strikeouts, and surrendered 5 home runs. So the defense behind him is going to be Gar in left, Lemon in center, and Zisk in right. The infield left to right is Soderholm, Bannister, Orta, and Spencer, and behind the plate, Jim Essien. So I believe the same lineup as defense as yesterday, from what I can tell. So a pretty poor defense. The Red Sox unable to capitalize on that poor defense yesterday, unfortunately. So yeah. So all right. So Rick Burleson steps to the plate. He comes in hitting .231 on the season and 13 at-bats, with a actual season he hit .293, 3 homers, 52 runs batted in. So Johnson looks in for the sign from Messi, and here's the windup in the pitch. And it's going to be off the 3 column, which is Burleson's best column. And that's going to be a base hit to left, so good start for the Red Sox. That'll bring up Denny Doyle the day off yesterday. Doyle hitting .444 on the season, 4 for 9, with a triple and an RBI. On the actual season, .240, 2 homers, 49 runs batted in. Burleson being held by Spencer. Corners are playing in. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 5 column. And that is a called third strike. So Doyle is down on strikes. So that'll bring up Jim Rice. Jim Rice hitting just .214 on the season and 14 at-bats with 2 doubles. She struck out 4 times so far. In the actual season, .320, 39 homers, and 114 runs batted in. Burleson gets his lead, being held on by Spencer. Here's the windup in the pitch. Off the 5 column, and that is going to be a strikeout swinging. So Rice trying to put the Red Sox on top early. Strikes out swinging. So that'll bring up the captain, Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski struggling on the year, just 1 for 11. That one hit a double, 2 walks. Actual season, .296, 28 homers, 102 runs batted in. Burleson gets his lead. Yastrzemski in the box, looking for a pitch to hit. It's going to be off the 1 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Orta. Over to first, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. So a base hit, but nothing else. They leave 1. So that'll bring up the White Sox. So the White Sox lineup against Jenkins, it was going to be Ralph Garr, left fielder, will hit first. Alan Bannister, the shortstop, hits second. George Order at second and will bat third. Richie Ziskin, the right fielder, hits cleanup. Jim Spencer, the first baseman, hits fifth. Oscar Gamble is the DH, hitting sixth. Eric Soderholm, the third baseman, hits seventh. Chet Lemon in center will bat eighth. And Jim Essien behind the plate rounds out the lineup at number 9. So Ralph Garr hitting .294 in the season, 17 at-bats, steps in the box. Fergie Jenkins had a rough outing his first game, losing that at Fenway, getting the opening day start. He's 0-1 with a 30.86 earned run average. He got lit up pretty hard by the Indians. On the actual season, he was 10-10, 368 earned run average. 193 innings pitched, 190 hits, 36 walks, 105 strikeouts, and 30 home runs allowed. He only lasted a little over 2 innings in the first game. So Garr steps into the box. Jenkins looks in for the sign. Corners are playing in, just in case Garr decides to drop a bunt down. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. The third hops in with it. Over to first for out number 1. So the defense behind Jenkins is going to be Yastrzemski in left, Evans in center, Carbo in right. The infield left to right is Hobson, Burleson, Doyle, and Scott. And behind the plate, Carlton Fisk. So an excellent Red Sox defense overall, with Fisk and Yastrzemski both having a 1 range. Scott, Doyle, Burleson, Evans, all with 2 ranges. And Hobson and Carbo with ranges of 3. Pretty low error ratings, except for Burleson and Scott and Hobson. Kind of a little bit high, but nothing too extreme there. Anyway, So Bannister to the plate now. Bannister comes in hitting .615 on the season and 13 at-bats with a homer and 3 runs batted in. .275 with 3 homers, 57 ribbies for the actual season. Here's the windup in the pitch off the 4 column. And a good start for Jenkins as he retires the first 2 batters. So that'll bring up George Orta. Orta hitting just .125 and 16 at-bats with a double. Actual season, .282, 11 homers, 84 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 3 column. And that'll be the White Sox first base runner. A 2-out walk to Orta. He'll be held on by Scott. Brings up Richie Zisk, who's got some pop. He's already hit 2 home runs on the season. .286, 2 homers, 5 runs batted in, and 14 at-bats. .290 with 30 homers, 101 ribbies in the actual season. Orta being held on by Scott. Here's the windup in the pitch off the 5 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to left, but it'll stay in the park. Stremski will make the catch to retire the side. So both teams with one base runner each, but no score after 1. So for the Red Sox second, they'll send Scott, Carbo, and Fisk if anybody gets on Evans. The Boomer comes in hitting .250 with a homer and an RBI and 12 at-bats, .269, 33 homers, 95 runs batted in the actual season. Off the 2 column, and that's going to be a ground ball to Soderholm. Over to Spencer, and Scott is retired for out number 1. So to bring up Carbo. Carbo off to a good start. 3 for 7 so far in the actual season with 4 walks, 2 runs batted in. Actual season, .289, 15 homers, 34 ribbies. And that's the walk column for Carbo. See what happens here. And he'll draw the walk. So 1 out with Carbo on first. He's being held on by Spencer. He's got a good possibility of a steal here. Let's see what happens. Fisk up to the plate. Fisk 4 for 9 on the season. 2 doubles and an RBI. .315 hitter with 26 homers, 102 runs batted in the actual season. Carbo gets his lead. Johnson looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch off the 4 column. That's going to be a ground ball to Soderholm at third, over to second for 1. And that's all they'll get, as the relay is late on Fisk. So fielder's choice. Fisk is hit into by Fisk. So 2 down now with Fisk at first, being held on. Evans up to the plate now. Evans off to a good start. 4 hits and 10 at-bats. 2 of those are home runs with 4 runs batted in. He's been the hitting star so far for the Red Sox. Actual season, .287, 14 homers, 36 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch off the 5 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Bannister. Over to first to retire the side. So nothing doing for the Red Sox in the top of the second. After 1.5, no score. Jenkins back out there. He'll face Spencer, Gamble, and Soderholm. Jim Spencer hitting .400 on the season and 15 at-bats. 2 homers, 5 runs batted in. Actual season, .247, 18 homers, 69 ribbies. Oops. Jenkins looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. Off the 5 column. Oh, and he's going to get a hold of one here. And he'll have home run number 3, and no doubter there. So definitely a mistake pitch by Jenkins. He knew it as soon as he threw it. So Jim Spencer hits his 3rd home run of the year and puts the White Sox on top 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. So leadoff homer for Spencer. That'll bring up Oscar Gamble. Gamble struggling on the season so far, just 1 for 11. .297 hitter, 31 homers, 83 runs batted in for the actual season. Off Jenkins' 5 column, not good. However, he'll get a called 3rd strike. So Jenkins comes back with a strikeout after the home run by Spencer. Let's take a look at some of the scores around the league. Cleveland and Texas, no score. Seattle leads Minnesota 2-1. California and Oakland tied at 3. Yankees and KC scoreless, and as is Detroit and Toronto. All right, one down now for Eric Soderholm, a third baseman, hitting just 154 and 13 at-bats with a homer and 2 runs batted in. 280, 25, and 67 are his numbers for the actual season. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's off the 1 column. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Burleson's up with it over to Scott for out number 2. So that'll bring up Chet Lemon, the center fielder, hitting 215 at-bats, 3 runs batted in. 273 hitter, 19 homers, and 67 ribbies for the actual season. And stayed away from that 1 column. Let's go down the 3 column. And Jenkins will get a strikeout. But he does let up a solo home run to Jim Spencer, and after 2 full, it's the White Sox 1, Red Sox nothing. So the Red Sox will send up Hobson, Burleson, and Doyle against Johnson. All right, Butch Hobson off to a good start, hitting 250 with 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. Actual season, 265, 30 homers, 112 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Johnson. It's going to be off the 5 column, and that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lemon goes back and sizes it up and makes the catch for out number 1. So top of the order, Burleson up there now. Burleson singled his first time up. 4 column, and he'll single again, so Burleson 2 for 2 on the day. So once again, Burleson be held by Spencer. That'll bring up Denny Doyle 0 for 1 on the day. Off the 5 column, that's going to be a fly ball to right. Zisk is there, though, and he'll make the catch as Burleson heads back to the bag. So 2 down now for Jim Rice. Rice struck out his first time up. And hits at the Bannister. Nice play by Bannister as he snabs it for out number 3. So Rice robbed of a single there. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the top of the 3rd. So after 2.5, Chicago 1, Boston nothing. That'll bring up Essien, Gar, and Bannister against Jenkins here in the 3rd. Jim Essien, 1 for 3 on the season. 273 hitter, 10 ribbies, and 44 runs batted in. Home runs and 44 runs batted in for the actual season. 3 column. And that's a ground ball to short. Burleson up with it over Scott for out number 1. That brings up top of the order Gar. Gar 0 for 1 on the day. Off the 6 column. And it's going to be a range check on Doyle. Doyle with a 2 range. And it finds the single. So just past the dive of Doyle. And into right field. Carbo up with it quickly to hold Gar to a single. So 1 out, base runner for the White Sox. Gar being held on by Scott. Jenkins looks in for the sign from Fisk, shakes him off, looks over to first. Finds a pitch he likes, kicks and delivers. He actually looks back, Gar back to the bag. Gar trying to get a jump off the 5 column. Oh, and hits that bad area on his card. However, Bannister being a weak hitter, I believe that's what it was, because that looked like a home run there. Yeah, that must have been a weak hitter thing, because that was a 14 split there. So that should have been a home run, but he's probably a weak hitter, at least from against righties there. Anyway, That's good. Bogard trots to third, so if runners at the corners with one down. Fisk goes out to talk to Jenkins, gets back behind the plate. Order walked in his first time up. Runners get their leads. Jenkins looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. Looks them back. Jenkins kind of trying to keep the runners close. Both with good speed. And it's going to be off the 4 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to Yastrzemski in left. Yastrzemski with a -2 arm. Let's see if they test his arm here. Medium deep. Lines up. Throw home. And it's safe as it trickles away from Fisk. So White Sox will add to the lead with a sacrifice fly by George Orta. Will score Gar. So 2-0 White Sox. 2 down now and runner on first. Bannister being held on by Scott. Here's the windup and the pitch. Zisk up to the plate now 0-for-1. And strikeout swinging. But the White Sox add to the lead, and it's 2-0 after 3. So the Red Sox in the hole. Yastrzemski, Scott, and Carbo against Johnson, now with a 2-run lead. And it's off the 6th column. And that's going to be a base hit. Past Spencer. So Yastrzemski on. The Red Sox 3rd hit of the day. He'll be held by Spencer. George Scott up there now 0-for-1 on the day. And not the column you want to be on for Scott's card, off the 3 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Lemon sizes it up and makes the catch. So 1 down now for Carbo. He walked his first time up. Off the 2 column. And that's a strikeout swinging. So 2 down now. Yastrzemski's still at first. Fisk 0-for-1. 5 column. And that's a fly ball to left. So the Red Sox unable so far to take advantage of any range plays. And we'll head to the home half of the 4th with the White Sox with a 2-0 lead over the Red Sox. Jim Spencer put the White Sox on the board with a home run his last time up. Here's the wind-up and the pitch off the 3 column. And it's a ground ball to Doyle. Up with it over to Scott for out number 1. So Oscar Gamble up to now 0-for-1 on the day. Off the dreaded 5 column. Don't be a 5. Nope, there's a 2. It's a fly ball to center. Evans is there and makes the catch. So 2 up and 2 down in the White Sox 4th inning. Jenkins already up to 57 pitches here in the bottom of the 4th. Soderholm up to the plate now 0-for-1. Jenkins hoping for a 1-2-3 inning, but that's Soderholm's big column there. However, he finds a good spot there, and it's a ground out to Hobson. And the White Sox do not score, so it remains 2-0 as we head to the 5th. All right, Evans up to the plate. He'll lead it off for the Red Sox here in the 5th. 6th column, and it's going to be off the catcher's card. Essien with a 2 range. It's a pop-up, I think. What was that put out? Yeah, very high. Just for a bit, Essien calls for it and makes the catch. So Spencer goes over and talks to Johnson, goes back to his position. So 1 down now for Butch Hobson, 0-for-1. Off the 1 column, and that is going to be a strikeout swinging. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 5th. Burleson 2 for 2 on the day. Has 2 of the 3 Red Sox hits off the 5 column. And nope, not able to get on this time. Soderholm fields it and gets Burleson by a step. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Chicago leads by 2. Jenkins back on the hill. So the White Sox will send up Lemon, Essien, and Gar. Lemon 0 for 1 on the day. 1 column. And what is that? IB. Is that an IB? Routine fly to left. That was interesting. I didn't recognize that. Let me check that again. IB. Huh. I don't know what that was. Oh, I missed that. Whatever it was in his card, I must have read it wrong. Anyway, maybe it said left field. Who knows? Anyway, all right, Yastrzemski, the first out. Yep. So next up will be Jim Essien. The number 9 hitter, Essien 0 for 1 on the day. 3 column. That's going to be a ground ball to Burleson. And Essien is out for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Chicago 5th. So Jenkins seems to be settling in. Corners are going to play in for Gar, who's 1 for 2 with a run scored. 6 column. That's range play on Doyle. Last time he let up a hit on the range play. And this time handles it easily, but is going to commit an error. And he boots it. And Gar will reach, giving the White Sox an extra out here. So Gar being held on by Scott. Bannister 1 for 2 on the day. Jenkins trying to hold the runner close. Oh, and it's off that dreaded 5 column. But this time he pops out. Burleson's under and makes the catch to retire the side. So the error does not prove costly. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. The Red Sox still trailing by 2. Both teams with just 3 hits so far. Johnson 73 pitches so far as we head into the top of the 6th. He'll face Doyle, Rice, and Yastrzemski. Doyle 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, and that's the column you want for Johnson, the 6th column. There we go. That's going to be at least a double. Between Lemon and Zisk, it's going to go to the wall. And Doyle will hold that second down by 2. So a good start for the Red Sox here in the 6th. So Doyle gets a double. Jim Rice up there now 0 for 2 on the day. 4 column. Ground ball to 3rd. Looks around Doyle back to 2nd. Retires Rice for out number 1. That'll bring up Yastrzemski, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Ooh, and Yastrzemski's power column here. Oh, just misses though. As he gets the 7 result. 8 result is what we were looking for. But Lemon makes the catch. Doyle tags, but he'll hold put at 2nd. So it's up to Scott. The inning is to continue. Scott 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, and it's Scott's power column, number 1. And he's going to swing and a miss. So Scott tried to tie the game in one swing of the bat. Comes up empty. And that'll do it for the Red Sox as they waste a double by Doyle. A leadoff double by Doyle. So we head to the home half of the 6th. Red Sox still trailing 2-0. Order up to the plate now. 0 for 0. Does not have an official at bat yet. Does have an RBI. 2 column. And he'll line out to Scott, who held up his glove in defense there. He comes up with the ball. So 1 down now for Richie Zisk. Richie Zisk 0 for 2 on the day. Ooh, Zisk's power column here. Oh, and he gets all of this one. Mistake pitch there. And that's going to put the White Sox on top 3-0 as Evans Yastrzemski just watch it go. So there is some stirring in the Red Sox pen. Let's see who's getting up there. Looks like Jim Willoughby is getting up. Loosening up there. As the White Sox now lead 3-0. Alright, so Jim Spencer, who's also homered today, 1 for 2. So Jenkins definitely hit by the long ball today. Giving up 2 home runs so far. 6 column. And it's going to be a range check on Burleson. Gets to it and makes the play for out number 2. So that'll bring up Gamble, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Off the 3 column, and that's going to be a walk for Jenkins. So Fisk will go out to talk to Jenkins, goes back behind the plate. Brings up Soderholm 0 for 2 on the day. Off the 1 column, and that'll be a ground ball to short. Burleson over to Scott to retire the side, but Richie Zisk hits a solo home run to increase the Chicago lead to 3-0 after 6. So top of the 7th, the Red Sox need to start chipping away. Time running out. Carbo, Fisk, and Evans. If anybody gets on Hobson against Johnson, who's looked strong so far. Johnson is up to 84 pitches, though, so he's nearing his pitch count there. So let's see what he can do against Carbo here. Carbo's 0 for 1 with a walk. And it is off Carbo's walk column. Can it be another walk? It is. So Carbo draws another walk. Good start for the Red Sox here. Fisk up to the plate now, 0 for 2. Ooh, off the 6 column. That's going to be a fly ball to center. Chet Lemon with a 3 range. So we need a 1 through 6 on the first roll here to be a base hit. Nope, it's going to be a fly ball. He'll make the possible catch, and yes. So Lemon makes a nice running catch to retire Fisk. Grabs it with his bare hand. Wow, bobbled it and grabbed it with his bare hand. So makes the catch nonetheless, though. So Dwight Evans up to the plate now, Carbo being held on by Spencer. Evans 0 for 2 on the day. It's off the 3 column. That's going to be a fly ball to right. Zisk's under and makes the catch. So 2 down now for Butch Hobson. Butch Hobson looking for a pitch to hit here off the 5 column. And nope, just misses it. We need a 7 roll, get a 6 roll. And Gar's able to make the catch. So the Red Sox unable to do anything here in the top of the 7th. 17 stretch time. White Sox shutting out the Red Sox 3-0. So let's look at the trivia question here. What brothers celebrated their Major League debuts more than 25 years apart? I don't know. Wow, brothers. 25 years apart. Not father and son, but brothers, what? 25 years apart. If anybody knows the question, answer now. Here we go. Here's the answer. Jesse and Art Fowler. I would have never known that. Jesse for the 24 Cardinals. 24 Cardinals? Looks like 30 years apart. Oh, no, wait. Oh, I can't see it because the timer is in there. It looks like 1924 there. Unless I can't read it there. Yeah, I think that might be a misprint there. It's right underneath my timer, so I can't quite see it. So, anyway, that looks like it's 30 years apart. Oh, more than 25 years apart. Yeah, it is. So, 30 is more than 25. Yep. Okay, that's math there. Yeah, I should know that. It's math. Being a math teacher. Anyway, yep, 30 years. Wow. Oh, there's English in there, too. More than 25 years. That's English, so I'll leave that as an excuse. All right, so we head to the home half of the 7th. White Sox leading 3-0. Chet Lemon, Jim Essien, and Ralph Garr. Jenkins back out there for probably his last inning of work. Willoughby continues to loosen in the Red Sox pen. Here's the windup and the pitch. Off the 5 column. Ooh, man. Oh, God. That gets burned again by that 5-5. And that's going to be his last batter as Chet Lemon goes yard. Yep, that's going to be it. Zimmer comes out, and he'll make the pitching change. So three solo home runs given up by Fergie Jenkins. All right, so Jim Willoughby comes in. And that is Jenkins hits the showers. All right, so let's take a look at Jim Willoughby's numbers. Jim Willoughby has pitched an inning so far, allowing a hit, no runs, walked 1. The actual season, he was 6-2 with 2 saves, 494 earned run average, 55 innings pitched, 54 hits allowed, 18 walks, and 33 strikeouts, and has surrendered 5 homers. So Willoughby, good against the lefties, will face a righty against Essien to lead it off here. His first batter. So Essien 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the windup and the pitch, 5 column. And that's a fly ball to center. Evans makes the catch for out number 1. So Ralph Garr 1 for 3 with a run scored. Ooh, and that's his 3 column, which is not good. However, the result is good as it's a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski's there and makes the catch for out number 2. Bannister 1 for 3 on the day. Oh, and that's the 6 column. Not good for Willoughby. And that's going to split the gap, go all the way to the wall. And Evans will make the return throw, holding Bannister to a double. He thought about 3, but decided to hold at 2. All right, we're running in scoring position for George Order, 0 for 1 with an RBI. Here's a wind in the pitch. Ooh, and it's off the 1 column. Not good for the Red Sox. However, he hits that line out shortstop, and that'll do it for the White Sox. But damage done as another home run by the White Sox, the 3rd of the day, and it's 4-0 as we head to the top of the 8th. Time running out for the Red Sox. Rick Burleson 2 for 3 on the day. He's been the only hitter with multiple hits. Off the 5 column, Johnson's still in there, 99 pitches. And Burleson will ground to his counterpart. Bannister up with it, over to first for out number 1. So Denny Doyle 1 for 3 with a double. And it's off the 2 column. That's going to be a ground ball to Spencer. He take to the bag himself for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the Red Sox 8th. Jim Rice up to the plate now. Hitless on the day, 0 for 3. And he'll get a base hit past Spencer. So Rice on for the first time today. That'll bring up Yastrzemski 1 for 3. as Essien goes out to talk to Johnson. Gets back behind the plate. And it's going to be a wild pitch. Or is it a pass ball? Yep, wild pitch. Charge to Johnson. And so Rice will be in scoring position now. Yastrzemski 1 for 3 on the day. And it's off the 1 column. And that's going to be a walk. So first and second, Red Sox with a 2-out rally going here. Scott can make this a 1-run game with 1 swing of the bat. Johnson looks in for the sign from Essien. Checks the runners. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ooh, off the 6th column. And it's a catcher's card. And it looks like it's going to be a foul out. So Scott will get underneath this one. And that'll do it for the Red Sox. So Red Sox had the tying run on deck, but are unable to push across anything, and it remains a shutout against the Red Sox. So Richie Zisk, who homered his last time up to the plate, will be back out there again for his 2nd inning of work. Richie Zisk steps in the box. Here's the windup and the pitch by Willoughby. And that's going to be a line out. Oh, that's going to be ground ball, sorry, to Hobson for out number 1. So Spencer is also homered. Up to the plate now. And this time he'll strike out. So 2 up and 2 down in the 8th inning for the White Sox. Top of the 9th. Red Sox need to score 4. At least, depending upon what Gamble does here. And Gamble hit a grounder to Scott. Scoops it up and fires the first. And that'll do it. So we'll head to the top of the 9th. Red Sox last chance. They'll send the Carbo, Fisk, and Evans if anybody gets on Hobson. And they need somebody to get on. Get at least 2 runners to get on to have a chance. At least 3 runners to get on to have a chance. Anyway. Alright, let's see here. So, top of the 9th. Looks like Laren LeGros will come out there. He is the... Is he the closer? Yep, he's the closer for the White Sox. Comes in with a 7-3 record, 25 saves, 246 earned run average, 99 innings pitched, 81 hits allowed, 35 walks, 63 strikeouts, and surrendered 10 home runs. So, Carbo up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Walk would be nice now. So let's hope it's a 3 column. Here's the windup and the pitch. Nope. It's off the 5 column, so not good for the Red Sox. However, it's a range check on Spencer, but Spencer is a 1 range, so unless it's an error, he's not going to allow a hit here. Come on, error. Oh, it's a rare play. Let's see what happens here. Hit between first and second. Spencer snags it, moving to his right, and leads the girl perfectly. So that's not a rare play. I think that's what it was, or RP. I don't think it's a range play because it's already a range play. So that didn't sound too rare to me. It sounded pretty common for the Red Sox, at least so far. So Fisk up there now, 0 for 3 on the day. The girl looks in for the sign from Essien. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ooh, off the 3 column. That's good for the Red Sox. And Fisk is going to get in on now. That one is long gone over Lemon's head to put the Red Sox on the board. So Fisk with his first homer of the year. Breaks up the shutout anyway. And it's 4-1 Chicago. So Evans up there now. Evans with 2 home runs on the season so far. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ooh, and that's the 4 column. That's the one you want to be on for him. However, needed a 7 for a single, and it's an 8, so Sutter home. Catches it after diving. So that one had extra bases written all over it, but, well, at least had a single written all over it anyway. But Soderholm able to make the catch for out number 2. So the Red Sox down to their last out. Hobson 0 for 3 on the day. LeGros looks in for the sign. Here's a windup in the pitch by Essien. Oh, and that does not look good at all here. That's the only chance they had of a hit, and it would have had to been a split roll over 1, and it's a 7. So that's going to do it for the Red Sox as they go down to the White Sox 4-1 to drop to 1-3 on the season. So let's take a look at the box score here. So the Red Sox fall to the White Sox 4-1. Both teams with 6 hits. Red Sox could commit an error. Johnson gets the win. He's 1-0. 8 strong innings, allowing only 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. 117 pitches. Laren LeGros pitched an inning, letting up a hit, a home run to Fisk. Fergie Jenkins will take the loss, now dropping to 0-2. Only allowed 5 hits in 6 innings, but 3 of those hits were home runs. So allowed 4 runs total. Walked 2, struck out 4. 90 pitches. Jim Willoughby came in and pitched 2 innings of 1-hit ball with a strikeout. So the hitting stars for the Pale Hose, or the White Sox, well, I guess you could just say Spencer, Zisk, and Lemon, who all had 1 hit apiece, and they were all home runs. So a team effort here. So Bannister did have 2 hits also. So I think with player of the game, we're going to go with Johnson there. He pitched 8 innings, allowing only 5 hits, shutting out the Red Sox in 8 innings. Yeah, he'll be the player of the game. Red Sox left 8 runners on base. The White Sox 5. Denny Doyle committed an error. Doyle had a double. Fisk hits his first home run of the year for the Red Sox. Zisk, it was his 3rd home run. Spencer his 3rd, and Lemon his 1st. So that's it from Chicago. The Red Sox will now travel to... Take a look here. Should have looked before when I did it. So the Red Sox were 0-4. In the actual season, they are 1-3. So at least we're able to get at least one win out of those 4 games. So now they will travel to... Let's see here. Beep. They'll go to Cleveland to face the Indians once again, who they had a split with in Boston. But now they'll be traveling to Cleveland Stadium to face the Indians for probably a 2-game set, as it'll be on Saturday. So let's take a look at the... let's end the game here and take a look at the standings. So after the first 4 games, the Indians and Baltimore are tied for first, both 3-1. Yankees 3-2, Toronto 2-4, Detroit 2-4, Milwaukee 1, and Red Sox at 1-3. The Royals and now the White Sox are tied for first, 4-1. Minnesota 4-2. California 5-3. Wow, California's already played 8 games, twice as many as the Red Sox. Seattle 3-5, and the expansion teams, along with the Toronto Blue Jays. The Oakland Athletics 2-4, and Texas Rangers 1-4. So we won't take a look at the hitters yet, or pitchers, or that kind of stuff, until we at least get a little bit more games under our belt here. So that's it. The Red Sox will fall to the to the White Sox by a score of 4-1, and they'll head to Cleveland. Well, they'll sit for a couple days in the rain before it looks like the Midwest rain, it looks like, in the Chicago and Cleveland. All right, so thank you for joining me, and we'll be back for Game 5 of the 1977 Red Sox replay. So thank you for joining me. Take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.